Hey guys, today I'll be doing a small unhaul. Most of these are DNF books, so obviously I did not find them interesting enough to continue reading. That doesn't mean you shouldn't give them a try too. My opinion is different from your opinion, and you should just give them a try either way. So I'm going to read you a little bit of the descriptions as well in this video so you can get an idea what the books are about and see if you might want to try them. First book is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I actually was enjoying this book, but I have a problem where I get super anxious when there's suspense, so I need to know the answer like right away. So I looked up the ending and I found out what the ending was about. So this book was not a DNF because I didn't like it. It was a DNF because I read the ending and I was like, oh, okay, now I know what's going on, so I don't want to read this book and waste my time. So there's this. Just dust everywhere, so forgive me. Fresh from a brief stay at a psych hospital, reporter Kamala Preaker faces a troubling assignment. She must return to her tiny hometown to cover the murders of two preteen girls. For years, Kamala has hardly spoken to her neurotic, hypochondriac mother or to her half-sister she barely knows, a beautiful 13-year-old with an eerie grip on the town. Now installed in her own bedroom in her family's Victorian mansion, Kamala finds herself identifying with the young victims a bit too strongly. Dogged by her own demons, she must unravel the psychological puzzle of her own past if she wants to get the story and survive this homecoming. The ending was very good. Let me just tell you that. I read through the ending, guys. And I just had to put it all to the side because I didn't want to waste any more time. I did get this from Goodwill, by the way, for $1.91. My camera is dying, so I'm going to try to rush this a little bit. It's on halfway life, so it's not at the end. Why is this in here? I don't remember reading this. I might have to put this off to the side. It's Feral by James DeMonico and B.K. Evanston. But I don't remember reading this. I don't know why this was in my unhaul pile. So I'm going to put this back and not tell you what it's about. So if I read in the future, I can tell you what it's about then. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I hear great things about this book, but when I was reading it, I just wasn't grasping it. Like, I wasn't getting into it. So I put it off to the side and said, I can't read this. I don't know why I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. And I didn't get far in it to dignify that I should quit, but I couldn't read through it. I was like, I can't, no. I heard great things about it, so maybe it's really good and I'm just overreacting by my experience of just not enjoying it. I don't know. Victor and Ellie started out as college roommates. I think it's Eli. Brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who recognize the same sharpness and ambition in each other. In their senior years, a shared research interest in adrenaline, near-death experiences, and seemingly supernatural events reveals an intriguing possibility. That under the right conditions, someone could develop extraordinary abilities. But when their thesis moves from the academic to the experimental, things go horribly wrong. It does sound good, but I couldn't get into it. I got it off of Amazon because it's cheaper on Amazon. Next, oh my goodness. This book, I think, has been turned into a movie or a TV series on Netflix. I think, I could be wrong. Yeah, this is Netflix right here. Watch Fear Street Films on Netflix. It's Fear Street super thriller Secrets, The Lost Girl, and Can You Keep a Secret by R.L. Stine. I used to love his Goosebump books when I was younger. I could not get into this. Like, the writing was just not getting me. I couldn't enjoy it. And forgive me. I think he's a great and creative author, but I just couldn't get into it. Like, the writing was just off for me. Like, I didn't like the writing. In The Lost Girl, new student Lizzie Walker is the talk of Shady Side High. Michael finds himself drawn to her, but the closer he gets to the stranger, she seems. If you can keep a secret, Eddie and Emmy leave on a camping trip with 4 friends in Fear Street Woods. When they discover something that could change their lives, should they tell their friends or face the consequences of their lie? So, I mean, that sounds great. Both of them sound great, but I just could not get into them. My camera's literally just about to die, so I'm just going to show you the next 3 books and not give you the description. Sorry. Falling, I got this off of from Ollie's by TJ Newman. I could not get into it, so I ended up reading the end of the book just to get an idea of what it was about. It's an airplane-related book, terrorism in a way, and if you're, you know, shy to that subject, don't read it. But I just couldn't get into it like most of these books. The Chain by Adrian McKinty. I loved his The Island book. It's one of my top favorites, but I could not get into this book. It is so popular on TikTok and BookTube that I was surprised that when I was reading it, I was like, why am I not enjoying this? I love The Island book, but I just could not get into this one. So I ended up not reading ahead, I ended up reading the synopsis and getting an idea what the ending is about. And I liked the ending, but it wasn't like, good thing I didn't read this because it wasn't captivating me. And lastly, The Perfect Wives in Ideal Homes by Virginia Nicholson. I love 1950s stories and everything like that, but I wanted to learn about the 1950s ideal wives and everything for one of my books. This just tells you stories about them. It doesn't tell you like what they did, what the time was like, how the houses were like, etc., etc. It was just stories about different housewives, and I was like, that's not the reason why I purchased this book. It's not. I wanted a reference book, and this was not a reference book. But if you're interested in learning about the perfect housewives in ideal homes, the story of women in the 1950s, check out this book. I'm not saying it was bad or anything, it just wasn't what I was looking for. And that is it for my unhaul. Sorry I had to erase the last 3 books. I don't want the camera dying on me. And I hope you guys enjoyed. So, have a wonderful day.